All of you, welcome back to course SOP Computing. Today's topic of video is Introduction to Optimization Techniques or Optimization in SOP Computing. In the previous videos, we discussed about the fuzzy inference system, and we have seen three fuzzy model: Mamdani model, Sugeno model, and the Tsukamoto model. So today we are going to discuss about optimization in SOP Computing. So what is optimization? So we can say that optimization is the process of searching a best alternative from available alternatives. It's very simple. Optimization can be applied in multiple fields. In our day-to-day life, we are saying that optimization will be there. How? So optimization can be done in terms of time as well as the resources. Simple thing is there. If you are moving from your home to, let's say, to college, if you are moving from your home to college, there may be the case that multiple routes are available. So obviously you will select a route which takes less amount of time to reach from your home to that particular college. So this is what optimization in terms of time. Similarly, optimization can also be done in terms of resources. Suppose you are using a particular technique which requires 10 number of resources, and in order to carry out the same task, if you are using another technique which requires less number of resources, so obviously you should go for this one. So the thing is that optimization can be done in terms of time or in terms of resources. So optimization play very important role everywhere. In each and every domain do we require a optimization. So simple thing is there, we can say that optimization is the process of selecting best alternative from available alternative. So what are the different optimization techniques, or you can say methods, available in SOP computing? So these methods are classified into two categories. One is a derivative based optimization, and second one is a derivative free optimization. So in case of derivative based optimization, you can say that it takes a derivative of objective function. See, whenever we are using a particular technique, it should have objective function. So the objective function will decide whether you have to increase or decrease, whether you have to maximize or minimize. So objective function is important, and in derivative based optimization you need to take the derivative of that optimization, because optimization objective function will represent the main objective of that particular technique that you are using. So objective function is important. So in derivative based optimization, you are taking the derivative of that particular objective function, and comparatively derivative based optimization techniques are faster. And exactly opposite to derivative based optimization, there is a derivative free optimization, where we are not taking the derivative of objective function, but we are taking the repetitive evaluation of objective function. That means initially we have objective function which will decide whether we want to maximize or we want to minimize the our whatever it may be, resources or time. So in case of derivative free optimization, we are taking repetitive evaluation, means we are following this particular process in case of a loop. Okay, first of all we will evaluate this, then we will do some kind of processing. Again we are checking that whether whatever the processing that we have done, whether it has affected our objective function or not. So that means we are taking the repetitive evaluation of objective function to check that whether it satisfy our main objective or not. So it is comparatively slow. Why is it slow? This thing is very simple. As you are doing a repetitive evaluation of objective function again and again, so it will take a time. But in case of derivative based optimization, it is comparatively faster. The thing is very simple. Directly in this case you are taking the derivative of objective function, but you are not evaluating it again and again. So these are main two categories of objective optimization techniques in SOP computing. So what are the different techniques available in the category of derivative based optimization? So the descent method, steepest descent, classical Newton's method, step size determination, these are the various techniques in the category of derivative based optimization. Next we talk about derivative free optimization. What are the different techniques available in case of derivative free optimization, where we are doing the repetitive evaluation of objective function again and again. Very first example, first technique is genetic algorithm. Somehow we already discussed in the previous videos. Simulated annealing is there, downhill simplex search is there, and random search. So these are the four techniques available in the category of derivative free optimization. Now we are focusing on motivation. What is main motivation behind derivative free optimization? So the main motivation is that some problems are so complex that it is not possible to find an optimal solution. This is what to think. Why do we require optimization technique? In order to find the optimum solution, because there are some problems which are complex. Some of the problems are there which are very simple, but in case of a complex problem, it's very difficult to find that. So in that case we require a optimization technique. In this problem, it is still important to find a good feasible solution close to optimal one. This is again thing. It is not necessary that every time you will find a exact optimal solution. Sometimes you may find that solution which is nearer to optimal one. So this is also possible. Next one is features. What are the different features of derivative free optimization techniques? Very first feature is derivative freeness. In this case we are not taking the derivative of this objective function, but we are taking repetitive evaluation of objective function. Then most of the derivative free optimization techniques are bio inspired. Its very good example is genetic algorithm. Genetic algorithm is inspired by the theory of Darwin's theory of evolution, or Darwin's theory of survival of fittest. Then it is slow, as we know that repetitive evaluation has to be done, so it is slow compared to derivative based optimization. It is flexible enough because a number of things are available, a number of steps are available. Flexibility in terms of making change, you can make a change as per your requirement. It is customizable, so it is more flexible. Derivative free optimization techniques are more flexible. Randomness, it make use of random generator. We have seen the example in case of genetic algorithm. We need to generate initial population, so initial population has been generated by using random number generator. And it is iterative nature. Why? Because repetitive evaluation of objective function again and again, so it is repetitive. It need a stopping criteria to terminate the process of optimization. See, in case of optimization, termination criteria could be number of iteration, that I need to stop this particular technique after applying it for 50 times. Or second termination criteria is that unless and until I will not achieve that much part or that much objective, I will not stop. So this is how two terminating condition will be there in case of derivative free optimization. So more or less we can say that it is iterative in nature, because it involves number of iteration, and that is to be decided by user. So this is how the features of derivative free optimizations are there. So here we'll stop. In next video we are going to discuss about first technique, derivative free optimization technique, that is genetic algorithm. Thank you.